Okay, so let's start today with a little run cycle. So let's get our biped into the scene and make a little run cycle for this character. Create bipeds. There's my little fella. Let's go straight into the motion tab and figure mode and structure. And let's give him some fingers. Well, mine's already got 5 fingers and 3 links, which is good. He's got 1 toe and that'll do, so what we'll do is, like we've done in the past, we'll just scale that toe up. So let's scale it and scale it. And just like we've done in the past, we will copy that posture. So copy it and then we will paste opposite. So we have a little character with 1 toe, and obviously you can add more, like if you can customize your character if you want, but this, given that this is just about a run cycle, I'm not going to spend too much time customizing the character. Okay, so he's pretty much as I want him to be, so let's come out now of our figure mode. Okay, that's good for the moment. Okay, so next make sure that track selection is all selected, so body, horizontal, vertical, rotation and keying are all on. And then let's go and make some adjustments to our character. So let's take his little foot here and let's give him a little position as if he's about to be doing a bit of running. So something like that. Let's take his arm, give him a little motion. Okay, let's get the other arm. Like so. Let's take this center of mass, and we're just going to unlock that for a moment and take it down, and then I'm going to bring that up like so. That kind of looks right. Let's have a little look. Yeah, that looks okay for the moment. So let's give our character a little bit of a tilt as well, because of course he's running, not walking. And let's copy that pose. Actually, before we copy it and paste, let me just look at the length of my animation. I want a nice even number that I can work with to begin with, and we'll shorten this again later on, but just to get things going, a nice even number like 40 will help us divide things later. So just change that to 40 and then select all your character and let's keyframe everything at 0. Fantastic. And copy that pose, go all the way down to 40, and we can paste the same pose at 40. Let's just make sure that's the case. Yeah, that's looking good. Okay, so now let's go down to frame 20 and paste the opposite pose. Did that paste the opposite pose? I'm not too sure that I did. I think not. Let me just see. I haven't actually got my Alt key on, which is not good. Anyway, I'll do that again. So I'll just double check. I think I made a bit of an error there, so I'll just do that again. So set the key, copy the pose, go to 40, paste the same posture. Sorry, there we go. Rewind, making mistakes, do apologise, getting late in the day. So I will copy that pose one more time, and I'll go to frame 40 and I'll paste that pose, not posture, and then I'll go to frame 20 and I'll paste the opposite one in. Okay, so I should have that action now. Okay, looks good. Now we're going to go to frame 10 and we're going to start to make some adjustments to the character. Remember, the character at this point will be mid kind of stride, so the character will be in mid-air at this point. So our character is going to be, our position of our character is going to be off the ground. Okay. Okay, and looking good. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, so let's just make those little hand movements, and the other hand lift that up, sort of like that. Yeah, looks about right. Maybe I'd lift that a little bit higher. And don't forget that our character is going to be in the air slightly, so we want him just up a little tiny bit like so. Select our character and set our key. Okay, looks good. Okay, so now let's copy that pose and make sure that we've got horizontal and vertical selected. Copy the pose and go to frame 30 and paste the opposite pose. Okay, let's just test that out and see where we're up to. Let's just run that. Okay, he's kind of doing what we need him to do. Now we can get in and refine things. But fundamentally we've got the basics there. Now it is just a case of refining your character in response to their age, situation, mobility issues, etc. It's up to you to define how they run. But I'll tell you what we can do straight away is we can reduce that time. So let's, where's my little time, there it is, and let's go down to 20. Oh, let's rescale the time because he's looking a little bit slow. We'll put the end time down to 24 now, and let's see how that looks. Okay, and he should be a little bit quicker now. He definitely is a little bit quicker. That's looking better all round. Okay, alright, very good. Okay, so let's begin by looking at the rotation of the hips. So we'll just rotate the hips up here like so. Okay, looks good. Okay, so just select the character. Let's make sure that we copy that pose. Go to, yeah, actually I've been doing that at frame 9. I've been messing about frame 9. 1 second. So I've just undone that little hip action that I did because I did it on the wrong frame, so I've undone it. I'm going to go back to frame 0. I'm going to redo that hip action, just give it a little rotation like so. Copy that pose, go to frame 12, the midpoint, paste the opposite pose, go to frame 24 and paste the same pose just to give a little bit additional rotation to the character as he's running. Let's have a little look. Okay, now we got to increase this with a little bit. That's great, his hips are moving, his legs are moving, but now the rest of the body needs adjusting as well. So let's try and have a little look at what we need to do with the, just to fine tune the body. So let's have a little look at this character. So we're going to look at the in-between poses, and we're just going to give them a little rotation like that, and then we'll select, I think I'll give this shoulders, just a little rotation. Oh, didn't mean that last one. And that, just a little rotation. Okay, and then just select the body. And let's copy the pose. And then go to the opposite in-between point and paste the opposite pose. Okay, let's have a little run. Okay, he's getting there now. He's getting there. Now it's about those kind of expressive little turns. So you can see that you can go in. You've got your 1, 2, 3 main pose points, and then we've got our in-between pose points. And it's just a case of working those through to see what it is that you want to achieve for the character's run. Sorry, I meant to leave that on. I'm thinking that I might just take that. And just rotate it a little less than I had before. Select that. Paste the copy. Paste the opposite pose. And paste the same pose. Okay, we should have. Yeah, it was just. No, that was not a good move. That's put a little bit of an additional kind of wiggle in there that I didn't need. It's a little bit overstated, isn't it? So I'm just going to go back just a couple little tweaks. So I'm gonna just go in here a little bit and just give these a little bit more drama to the character. Get him leaning forward. I'm just using that page up, page down button as well to get my bone selection sorted there. And just going to lift that a little tiny bit. Okay. And then I'm just going to select all, set my key at 0, and then going to copy. Going to go to the midpoint, paste the opposite pose. Going to go to the end point and paste the same pose. Okay, let's have a little look at him. Okay, he's going for it now. He's definitely going for it. Looking good. Okay, so I think at 13 minutes long, I'm going to stop and call it a day. Say, yep, that is my little character. He's got his nice little run going there. We can get in and fine tune it, but by and large, we've got our run cycle up and running. That's badly expressed. We've got our run cycle in motion. Okay, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much.